Hey, welcome back to the Screen Team. We are in part 2 of our hour-long edition of the Screen Team, and I am excited about some of the movies we're doing this half hour. We're going to be doing a movie I love. It's with Cary Grant. It's called Father Goose. We're also going to be doing King Kong, not the one that made Sabrina cry, the original one from the 1940s. We'll get into that a little bit later. But this next film was one of my all-time favorites, and it's a film that was introduced to me by my father. My dad is a huge lover of musicals. He loves musicals. I don't know why, but he does. And he kind of, I don't want to say instilled, but he watched him a lot. So that means we watched him a lot. And it was kind of ingrained in our brains. And I love these films, too. The movie we're talking about is Music Man. It's from 1962, starring Robert Preston and also Shirley Jones. And Sabrina can attest that whenever I'm around the house, I'm just singing these songs like constantly.
He is. Little does he know that in college we called it Mucus Man.
Why did you guys call it that?
Well, it's a stage show, too. It's an amazing musical production to be a part of on stage. But
you never answered my question.
In the theater department, people just called it Mucus Man.
You guys are so drama nerds, man, I tell you.
Yeah, we had a lot of funny names for stuff.
Now, was this obviously, before you got into the stage production, was this a movie that you had seen before?
No, never.
Really? So when you met me, is that when you first saw it?
Probably.
Really? Do you like it?
I do, actually. It's fun. Yeah. I find myself being distracted by some of the stuff, like some of the characters.
Why?
Just like their mannerisms. I watch them as a person, as an actor, instead of getting into their character sometimes, especially the main guy, Professor Hill.
Harold Hill.
I see a guy that looks like he should be in the Rat Pack, from Vegas, with his little hands hanging out. He's got that.
But he's got that style. He's supposed to be a salesman. He's supposed to be.
But it's a different time period.
That's true.
But his mannerisms are from his association with those kind of people, those actors that was their style, and he's got these physical mannerisms, and I can't get past it. I want to go straighten up, walk straight, lift your hands up. I just want to be his acting coach.
You do that to me too, but I mean, to me, I can't see anybody else besides him playing that role. I can't.
You probably can't.
They did a TV movie about it maybe 10 years ago. It had Matthew Broderick in it, and I like Matthew Broderick, but I just don't see him as that character. I see Robert.
You see him as Ferris.
I do. That's true. That's true. I see him as Ferris. Like no one else could be Ferris.
To get past that.
Could be Ferris Bueller besides.
You have to be a no name.
Besides him.
Pull that off.
But with Music Man, probably the best thing about it to me is the music. Mm-hmm. I like these songs even when I was little. When you're little and you're just like, oh, I'm going to watch a musical? Come on, Dad. But these are songs you can get into at a young age.
They have amazing dance scenes in them.
And dance scenes, too,
A lot of dancing because it's a stage production. It's something that's supposed to be visually appealing. And granted, even when they were making these musicals for TV, for movies and stuff, they had a lot of extra scenes, like really long, drawn-out dance scenes. It was sort of what they did. Mm-hmm. Or they put a pool in there and had somebody doing, the synchronized swimming, whatever it took to fill up the screen. But that's what they have, a lot of dance scenes, and so the songs are kind of long in some places. But they're great for around the house because every time dance scene comes on, everybody jumps up in the middle of the room and we're doing a hoedown.
I love the dance scene where he's in the gym, and he's basically playing the entire Iowa population, River City, and he's telling them about how they need a boys band and stuff like that, and everybody gets into it and they start dancing. I love the part where the young boys are. I'm getting up right now in case you didn't know it. They're getting up and they're doing this routine. They're like
they're playing the big drum.
Is that what that's called? The big drum?
I don't know. That's what it looks like. Oh. But they move so fast and their dancing is so precise and they're all synchronized perfectly. I mean, if you saw dancing like that today, the probably only place you would catch it is a professional Broadway theater show or on Dancing with the Stars. And even then, it's a little iffy. But my point is that dancing in current modern age is really kind of lazy compared to how much energy and really dramatic movements that you had to be so strong and so fast to be able to dance like that. And they make it look easy, and they're just like...
They do make it look easy.
Really, really fast.
One of my favorite songs, and Sabrina knows what this is going to be, it's the Madam Librarian song.
He sings that to me all the time.
I sing it to you all the time.
God.
Great honk. I love singing that to you. I don't know why.
It's annoying is what it is, and he likes to be annoying.
I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian, Marion.
Jeez.
Come on, man. It's a good song.
Okay, we're done.
Or you don't want me to sing anymore?
No.
All right, fine.
Stop singing.
You sound like my son. Ron Howard, I guess at the time he was Ronnie Howard.
Little bitty fella.
He was a cutie, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. And he plays a character
with a lisp.
Winthrop with a lisp. And he has his own little song. And he has a crush. Somebody's in love with him, a little girl.
Yeah, the little girl's in love with him.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
You know, we had mentioned Luke a little bit. I guess I'm passing along the torch like my dad did to me. I'm trying to pass it along to him, and he's not taking it, he's taking it kicking and screaming, literally. But
yeah, literally.
We do a song that he actually does like, and it's that Shapoopy song. Where it's the, what's his name? Can't even think of his name right now.
That's okay. It'll take you too long to find it.
No, I can find it.
Well, the point is that when Luke gets cranky and fussy, Chris likes to throw a lot of YouTube videos on, and he'll YouTube this Shaboopy song to get him to giggle and laugh and get silly, and it sort of breaks up the moment.
Yeah. And Buddy Hackett is the name of the guy who does that particular song.
It's got a great dance scene to it, and Luke likes to try to do some of the dance moves.
All right, so obviously I like it, but I'm a weird cat. So
you are pretty weird.
Sabrina, who do you think is going to like this movie?
People like your dad.
Mm-hmm. Who like musicals and theater and drama and stuff like that?
And you know, not every person who's a Broadway theater type person is going to appreciate the movie. In fact, in theater, a lot of times directors will say, do not go and watch the movie version of this play when you're in my production, because there's artistic liberties that have to be taken, and sometimes the movie isn't exactly the same as the Broadway show. So you can't always throw them all into the same bucket because they don't always get along. But this is a movie, it's a classic, and it is a great production of the story, The Music Man. There's really not a low section in it.
There's a few songs that I fast forward through, but
well, they're songs.
Yeah,
but you know, it moves that along at a pretty quick pace. It's just a long movie.
It's like 2.5 hours.
It's a long movie. Yeah. And there's like I said, if they'd have taken out some of the dancing and condensed down some of the nonsense stuff that's in there, because there's quite a bit of nonsense stuff in there, the movie would actually only be an hour and a half long.
That's true. That's true. You know what I enjoy watching this movie. I used to watch this movie, on PBS. They used to have like a Saturday night movie, and they throw like old movies on like that. So, you know, if you're in a mood to watch an older movie on a Saturday night, I would recommend this one. I really would. It's called The Music Man from 1962. Coming up, we're going to review a Cary Grant film. It's called Father Goose. It's next on KWOC.